Hey, what do it, y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all tuned to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities like. But first, I need a little favor done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video, hit that notification bell as well. That'd be a great service to the channel and put y'all tuned to this story. Now, today we'll once again be talking about New York rapper Jay-Z. This man has made the decision to file yet another motion directed towards both Jane Doe and her lawyer Tony Buzbee. These two having accused both Jay-Z and Diddy of sexually assaulting her, being Jane Doe. Jay-Z and his lawyer Alex Sparrow have filed this recent motion in an effort to get Jane Doe's lawyer Tony Buzbee sanctioned for having filed a false rape lawsuit. Jane Doe, along with her team, which includes her lawyer Tony Buzbee, alleged that both Jay-Z and Diddy had committed acts of sexual assault against her dating all the way back to 2000. This being said to have taken place after the VMA Awards, which was specifically on the day of September 7th in 2000. Jane Doe and Tony Buzbee claimed that she was sexually assaulted at a VMA's after party following the conclusion of the VMA Awards. In the filing presented by both Jay-Z and his team, Jay-Z claims that Jane Doe's lawyer Tony Buzbee had failed to do any proper research in terms of the validity of the allegations that the lawsuit would have Jay-Z faced with. Now, going back a few weeks, the Jane Doe involved with this case did in fact do an interview, and this interview will end up making a discovery of many inconsistencies involved with her story. Jay-Z had made sure to bring up the many inconsistencies that had emerged in Jane Doe's case, as it would serve as a strong factor in supporting the preconceived notion that Tony Buzbee did not give an effort to investigate his case, because if he did, he wouldn't have filed the lawsuit to begin with. In the motion filed by Jay-Z, it would also bring attention to Jane Doe having claimed that she was assaulted at the VMA's party, in which Jay-Z was able to provide pictures which would prove that he was not present at that VMA's party, but instead another location, which will be an entirely different after party than the one that Jane Doe had described. Now, with Jane Doe's story, she claims that she was in attendance of the VMAs, but she was not able to gain access. She also claimed that she ended up watching the event on a Jumbotron outside the Radio City Music Hall. Jay-Z's filing will end up providing proof that there was no such thing as a Jumbotron outside the venue. The filing could also provide evidence of the fact that New York City did not allow that venue to have Jumbotrons at the time of that VMA's event. Jay-Z's filing, in addition, will put emphasis on an inconsistency in Jane Doe's story, in which Jane Doe's father during an interview will end up revealing that he has no recollection of the events that Jane Doe claims had taken place. Jane Doe, her story, stated that she had taken a substance which will have her feeling dizzy. Due to her having felt tired and dizzy, she will end up entering a room. According to her, she will lie down and attempt to go to sleep. She claims that both rappers Jay-Z and Diddy will end up entering the room along with the unknown woman. Next, she says that both Jay-Z and Diddy would take turns performing sexual assault on her. After this, Jane Doe alleges that she was able to escape Diddy's grasp after he had attempted to make her perform oral sex on him. Once she was able to deflect his efforts, she was able to grab a hold of her clothes and escape the vicinity, in which she would end up fleeing to a gas station. She will end up calling her father, in which she claims her dad will end up rescuing her from the location. Jane Doe's father in the interview stated that he had no recollection of taking such a long drive to pick her up late at night, in which it would have taken the father 5 hours to arrive at the location that Jane Doe had described. Given that both Jane Doe and her father's residence at that time was 5 hours away from that location. With all the inconsistencies that were found in both Jane Doe and Tony Buzbee's case, Jay-Z is of the belief that Tony Buzbee had filed this lawsuit with the intent of sabotaging and ruining the rapper's reputation. Now, Tony Buzbee will end up putting out a retort to the filing that both Jay-Z and his team had motioned, saying with each frantic filing, Mr. Sparrow's team reeks of desperation. Mr. Sparrow and his team think the laws and rules don't apply to them. They are flat wrong. They also think they can bully or intimidate counsel by filing meritless and frivolous pleadings full of lies and half-truths. Again, they are dead wrong. We won't be bullied or intimidated, ever. So Jay-Z having highlighted the many inconsistencies found in both Jane Doe and Tony Buzbee's story, and ultimately having challenged the credibility of the lawsuit that they have filed, Tony Buzbee maintains his stance against the rapper and the many accusations that he has him faced with in his lawsuit. There are in fact other inconsistencies that Jay-Z and his team did not bring up in their recent filing. For one, Jane Doe claims that she had came across some celebrities at the VMA's after party known as the Madden Brothers. Yet a representative for the Madden Brothers, specifically being Joe Madden and Benji Madden, had come forward to state that the Madden Brothers were not present at the VMA's after party, but instead were on tour in the Midwest. Jane Doe and her lawyer Tony Buzbee were also unable to provide a specific location in terms of where the VMA's after party had taken place at. Now, this will not be the first time that Jay-Z has made a request of the dismissal of the lawsuit that both Jane Doe and Tony Buzbee has Jay-Z and Diddy faced with currently. This request for the dismissal having been made last month in the month of December. Yet to this point, it seems that the revelation of the many many inconsistencies found in both Jane Doe and Tony Buzbee's case has yet to put an end to the process of the investigation of the case. But yeah, let's go. Cap on this video, let me know what y'all think of this in the comments. Do you guys think this lawsuit that was filed against both Jay-Z and Diddy could be on the brink of reaching its conclusion, given the many inconsistencies that were found in the case? Do you guys think this recent filing made by both Jay-Z and his team could have a significant impact in terms of the longevity of this case and how much longer it takes to reach its conclusion? And to cap that off, give your thoughts and opinions on Jay-Z's belief that Jane Doe's lawyer Tony Buzbee had the intent of ruining his reputation and having filed the lawsuit against him. Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.